People talk about the Clone Wars. They talk about the big moments, the crisis points, planetary invasions, all-out assaults, cities bombed to rubble. Truth is, there's a war you don't see. The one fought in the shadows. The war beneath the war. A war that's won with the right strategy. Surveillance, ciphers, good old-fashioned sabotage. These aren't the heroes they tell stories about. They're professionals. Setting aside their differences to take on the impossible. But that's the job, and they get it done.
Star Wars Zero Company is an upcoming single-player, turn-based tactics game developed by BitReactor in collaboration with Respawn Entertainment and Lucasfilm Games. Set during the twilight of the Clone Wars, players assume the role of Hawks, a former Republic officer leading an elite squad known as Zero Company. The game emphasizes strategic, turn-based combat reminiscent of titles like XCOM, where positioning and squad synergy are crucial. Players can customize their squad, which includes diverse characters such as clone troopers, Mandalorians, astromech droids, and even a Jedi Padawan named Tel. Between missions, players will manage a central base, gather intelligence, and develop relationships among squad members, unlocking powerful combat synergies. The narrative unfolds through a series of tactical operations across various locations in the galaxy, challenging players to make decisions that impact the story's outcome. Star Wars Zero Company is slated for release in 2026 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Come in.
Bravery is not common in this world, and so loyalty, honor, obedience, they set the man apart from the rest. You took care of Messina, but this matter is not yet resolved. Will you help me bring it to a close?
Of course, Andorisi.
You again.
Mafia: The Old Country is the next big thing from Hangar 13, and it's taking us all the way back to where it began, in early 1900s Sicily. The game puts you in the shoes of Enzo Favara, a young guy who's had a rough start working in brutal sulfur mines, but everything changes when he gets pulled into the Teresi crime family. It's not just about guns and cars this time, it's about legacy, blood, and what it really costs to rise in the underworld. You'll see how the Mafia first formed, how the codes and power structures started, and the choices that shaped it all. There's horseback riding, fistfights in dusty backstreets, and shootouts with old-school revolvers. The game's built on Unreal Engine 5, so everything looks stunning, gritty, real, and full of atmosphere. If you've ever wondered how the Mafia really began, this is your story. Mafia, The Old Country hits PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S on August 8, 2025. Alien Rogue Incursion Evolved Edition brings the terrifying world of Alien to life in a fully reimagined first-person survival horror experience. This time, no VR headset required. You play as Zula Hendricks, a former colonial marine drawn to the remote planet Perdan after receiving a distress call from an old squad mate. What starts as a rescue turns into a nightmare when she finds the abandoned Gemini facility crawling with xenomorphs. This edition cranks up the intensity with upgraded visuals and smarter, more aggressive alien AI. You'll explore narrow corridors and wide-open sectors, balancing stealth and firepower while scavenging for ammo and health. Classic weapons like the pulse rifle and revolver return, but nothing guarantees survival. The Xenos learn, hunt in packs, and don't stop until you're dead. You're not alone, though. Davis-01, a synthetic companion, supports you in both combat and hacking systems, adding strategy to tense encounters. Alien Rogue Incursion Evolved Edition launches September 30th, 2025 for PS5 and PC, with a digital deluxe version also available.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity. I should know. It runs in my blood.
Who dares to question my will? Standing in the way of my redemption.
Wuchang Fallen Feathers is an upcoming single-player action role-playing game developed by MindsEye and published by 505 Games. Set in the war-torn and plague-ridden lands of Shu during the late Ming Dynasty, players assume the role of Bai Wuchang, a female pirate afflicted with amnesia and the mysterious feathering disease, which gradually transforms its victims into monstrous beings. The game features a Souls-like combat system, offering 25 unique weapons across 5 categories and 40 different spells. Players can customize their combat style by integrating spells into weapon combos or focusing on a spell-centric approach. A notable mechanic is the Inner Demon system. As Wuchang defeats enemies or falls in battle, her inner demon intensifies, enhancing her abilities but also increasing vulnerability. If she dies while the inner demon is active, it manifests as a hostile entity at the location of her death, wielding her weapons and abilities. The game's world comprises interconnected areas with seamless traversal, populated by numerous non-player characters offering side quests. Altars serve as checkpoints, and the narrative unfolds through multiple endings influenced by player choices and quest outcomes. Developed using Unreal Engine 5, the game promises a visually rich experience. Wuchang Fallen Feathers is scheduled for release on July 24th, 2025 for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and will be available on Xbox Game Pass from day one.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason. I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I think you heard before.
You might have. Hey.
Hey.
Hands above your head, now!
You, stay. New beginnings.
Trust me, this place is just the start for us.
Ring the bell! Stop, Billy!
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Gonna do this, we're doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? They got your name, address, they got it. Us cops, we gotta protect each other.
Fine.
We got this.
We got it.
Say my city, baby!
Come to Bill's Ammunition today. We got more guns than a law allows.
Hey.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
GTA 6, developed by Rockstar Games, is the next major installment in the iconic open-world crime series. Set in the fictional state of Leonida, a satirical take on Florida, the game returns to Vice City, a vibrant Miami-inspired metropolis, and expands into new regions like the Leonida Keys and Mount Calaga National Park. The story centers on Jason Duval, a former soldier entangled in the drug trade, and Lucia Caminos, the series' first female protagonist, recently released from prison. Their partnership, reminiscent of Bonnie and Clyde, leads them into a sprawling criminal conspiracy that challenges their bond and survival. While specific gameplay details remain under wraps, trailers showcase a richly detailed world with diverse environments, dynamic weather, and a variety of vehicles, including luxury cars, motorcycles, and boats. The game also hints at social media satire and modern cultural references, maintaining the franchise's signature tone. GTA 6 is scheduled for release on May 26, 2026 for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. A PC version is anticipated but has not yet been officially announced.
Colonel, tighten the security on this place. He's coming here, I'm sure of it. America is out to destroy the Shagohod and get its hands on your inheritance. The philosopher's legacy. Then they're out to kill me as well.
What's the story between you and the boss?
She was like a mother, and my master.
The Cobras will take care of him.
Do you hear me, Snake? We are the sons of the boss!
I see it! The fear!
A great and terrible fury at being alive. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
Why'd you come back? There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss.
I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. I'm not finished yet!
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is a faithful remake of the 2004 classic. Developed and published by Konami, Set in 1964 during the Cold War, players step into the boots of Naked Snake, embarking on a mission to rescue a Soviet scientist and thwart the development of a nuclear superweapon, all while confronting his former mentor, the Boss. The game retains the core stealth action mechanics of the original, but introduces modern enhancements. Players can now move while crouching and aim from a third-person perspective, offering more fluid and dynamic gameplay. The jungle environments are more immersive than ever, thanks to the power of Unreal Engine 5, which brings the world to life with stunning visuals and 3D audio. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is set to release on August 28, 2025, for PS5, Xbox Series X&S, and PC.
A powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies with you.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together. I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled. Let me be your vengeance, the blade in your hand. Never wanted to be a hero. But for humanity's sake, you must.
Then give me your power, Arena.
Lost Soul Aside is an upcoming single-player action role-playing game developed by Ultazero Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. Set in a futuristic world invaded by interdimensional beings known as the Voidrax, players assume the role of Kasser, a war orphan and member of the resistance group Glimmer, on a mission to save his sister Louisa and humanity itself. The game features fast-paced, hack-and-slash combat inspired by titles like Devil May Cry and Ninja Gaiden. Kasser is accompanied by Arena, a shape-shifting dragon that transforms into various weapons, allowing for dynamic and stylish combos. Players will face formidable enemies and colossal bosses, utilizing a blend of melee attacks, ranged skills, and magical abilities. Visually, Lost Soul Aside showcases stunning 4K graphics powered by Unreal Engine 4, with intricately detailed environments and otherworldly architecture. The game's soundtrack, composed by Cody Matthew Johnson, complements the immersive experience. Originally slated for release on May 30th, 2025, the game has been delayed to August 29th, 2025 to allow for additional polishing. It will be available on PlayStation 5 and PC platforms.
In his research, Dr. Morrison identified a paradox. A moment where machine learning would evolve past our capabilities of control. He called the first sign of this Alpha.
Welcome to Red Rock. Man, is it always this hot? You'll get used to it. Sort of. Not really. Wow.
Yeah, not bad, huh? It's the latest model.
Interesting.
Companies like Silver Corporation, instead of being thankful, have turned their backs on the very stars and stripes that made them a success.
You still haven't given us clearance for launch.
Give me access to the back-end system of my city bot, and then we'll talk.
Today's a very special day. Well, it's not every day we get to test the existential potential of man with machine.
This city loves me, Marco. I can spin this like I always do.
I will not let them fucking stop me!
MindsEye is an upcoming single-player action-adventure thriller developed by Build a Rocket Boy and published by IO Interactive. Set in the near-future desert metropolis of Red Rock, the game follows Jacob Diaz, a former soldier equipped with a mysterious neural implant called the MindsEye. Haunted by fragmented memories, Jacob embarks on a quest to uncover the truth behind his past and the implant's origins. The game offers a cinematic experience with high-octane driving, explosive combat, and a richly detailed world. Players will navigate a society where artificial intelligence and unchecked military power shape every encounter. MindsEye also introduces characters like Marco Silva, the tech genius behind Silva Industries, and Shiva Vega, the power-hungry mayor of Red Rock. MindsEye is scheduled for release on June 10th, 2025, and will be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
ひな子はお友達といつまでも一緒にいたい。お友達は永遠じゃないのよ。彼らだっていつか必ずあなたを裏切る。あなたが裏切り者と呼ばれたように。ひな子？あ、ごめん。何？天秤にかける価値があるかどうか、しっかりと判断しなさい。
自分の気持ちが自分で理解できない。私かお前の夢の中ってことはないよな。
ひな子、もう時間がないのよ。あなたが生かされたということは、ここに至ってもまだ迷いがあるということなのね。あなたがそれに悩める時間もう尽きかけている。
あなたは誰なの？さっきからなんで何もわからないふりをしているの？私はね、あんたをすぐに殺すこともできたんだよ。全部奪ったな。全部私から奪ったな。
Silent Hill F is an upcoming single-player survival horror game developed by Neobards Entertainment and published by Konami Digital Entertainment. Set in 1960s Japan, players assume the role of Hinako Shimizu, a high school student navigating the eerie town of Ebisugaoka, now engulfed in a mysterious fog and overrun by grotesque creatures. The game emphasizes psychological horror, with players solving complex puzzles and confronting nightmarish entities. The narrative, penned by renowned writer Ryukishi07, delves into themes of trauma and the human psyche. Accompanied by a haunting score from Akira Yamaoka, the game promises a chilling experience. Silent Hill F is scheduled for release in 2025 and will be available on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Death Stranding 2. On the Beach is the highly anticipated sequel to Hideo Kojima's genre-defying epic. Developed by Kojima Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, this action-adventure game continues the story of Sam Porter Bridges, portrayed by Norman Reedus, as he embarks on a new mission to save humanity from extinction. Set in a world still reeling from the events of the first game, Sam joins forces with returning characters like Fragile and Higgs, and new faces such as Tomorrow, Rainey, and Neil. The game delves deeper into themes of connection and isolation, reflecting on the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, which inspired Kojima to rework the narrative. Gameplay enhancements include a more reactive world, open-ended encounter design, and expanded traversal options. Players will navigate treacherous terrains, confront otherworldly enemies, and build structures to aid in their journey. The game also features asynchronous multiplayer elements, allowing players to interact indirectly by sharing resources and structures. Death Stranding 2. On the Beach is set to release exclusively for PS5 on June 26, 2025.